Hi, my name is Leigh. Welcome to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. And if you ran across this reading, that means that it was meant for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a email address in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let me pull the cards and see what Spirit wants to tell you today. Okay. Let me get a surrender card and see what Spirit wants to tell you, what you need to let go of. Okay. One second. What do they need to know, Spirit? What do they need to surrender? Okay, so the card that fell, it says surrender to passion. So it says, get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. So what Spirit is telling you with this card is to focus on what lights you up, okay? Everybody came here to do a specific thing. And I feel like, for you, you may have been in a period where you were lost and you didn't know where you were headed, what you wanted to do, so on and so forth. But you have to focus on passions. What, like I said, lights you up. What makes you feel like that is what you were put here to do. Like, for instance, me, I know I was put here to read these cards, because when I sit down to read cards, it's like I sit down, I start reading, and then when I look up, 20, 30, 40 minutes have passed by, and I had no idea that much time has passed. So you've got to find your path and start to take it, is what Spirit is saying with this card. Okay? Like, hold on. I just feel like I need to do another one. Okay, let me get a Soul's Journey Lessons card. Okay. The next card that we're going to take a look at, it says happiness. It says, I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. So that's what Spirit is saying. Your passions are going to be something that makes you happy, because me reading cards for other people and helping people throughout their situation, their love situations, or whatever situation it is, spiritual situation, makes me happy. So this is just an example. So you've got to find what is going to create that passion, or what gives you that passion, and what makes you happy, and go towards that. Okay, so we're going to start off with the first card that fell, the overall energy. It is the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles can talk about legacy, leaving a legacy. You may be trying to build your empire with this Ten of Pentacles. It's also talking about, family, creating a family here, because you see the elder and then you see the two people together with their child. So I feel like this is what you're wanting. You want the whole 9 yards. That's why I like the Ten of Pentacles more than I like the Ten of Cups, because it talks about not just the love, but the money, the stability, being grounded, being in something that's committed and stable. All right. Underneath this, we have the Ace of Pentacles. All right. This is talking about a fresh new start in love. Again, something grounded, stable, and committed. But underneath this, we have the Queen of Swords. This is an air sign, or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. With this Queen of Swords, this could be the energy that you're sitting in, where you've been through so much in this connection with this person, to where you're fed up and you're like, okay, if you come towards me with any more bullshit, I'm going to chop your ass with this sword. That's what I feel like is going on with this card. And then we've got the Four of Pentacles. There may be jealousy in this connection. This can also speak of like holding yourself back emotionally because of the things that have occurred in this connection between you and this person. Okay, but there is a reunion on the way with someone from the past with this Three of Cups. Okay, this is for a lot of you, someone with whom you shared a past life, and they are showing up as the King of Pentacles. So I feel like they're going through a transformation. They're going to show up in this energy of the King of Pentacles, wanting to offer you stability and commitment. And if you choose to, the two of you are going to have a second chance with the Judgment card. This is Scorpio energy. So you've been, excuse me, you may have been running around trying to portray to everyone, wearing a mask, saying that everything is fine, or this could be your person or the both of you. I feel like it's both of you because we got the Ten of Wands here, okay, stating that this connection has become a burden, or some things that have been happening in the connection have become a burden, and there's been betrayal on one or both sides. There may have been cheating. This can speak of a third party situation because we also have the Three of Cups here, which can also speak of third party. Like I said, I gotta give you what Spirit is giving me. And so that you have valid reasons of why you sit in the Queen of Swords energy. Okay, this is somebody that they don't suffer fools lightly, and they don't take crap off of people. They've gotten fed up and they're tired of the status quo and they're ready for things to change. So let's go ahead and clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, please. So we've got, there's been deception. Okay, somebody's lying. You may have told your person how you felt. Okay, and they may not have reciprocated. They may have led you to believe that they didn't have feelings for you, or the feelings that they had for you, they have feelings for another person, and those feelings are stronger. It could have been a lot of different things. It could have played out in a myriad of different ways because this is a collective reading. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you're impatient about this connection. You're wanting things to come together. You're ready to see results. I feel like you may have been sitting in this situation for a period of time, and you're just over it, and you're ready for it to come to fruition or go your separate ways. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, so your person is seeing signs, okay, about this connection. I feel like they're beginning to understand that this is not your ordinary connection. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so the first card that fell is spiritual work. It says much work is to be done on an individual, spiritual, and soul level. All right, so you and this person, independent of the connection, you have things that you have to work on so that you can stop triggering each other, because I feel like that's what you're doing. What both of you are doing, you're doing it to each other. And then when you come together in the connection, if you decide to be together, there's work that has to be done as a couple. Okay, then we've got affection. It says an open display of love and special attention to each other's needs is warranted. Okay, so this may have been a situation where there were feelings, but nobody's acting on those feelings. Nobody's, you may have told the person how you felt, but you may not have shown it. But if they didn't react in a way that was reciprocal, I can see why you could be holding back your affections. But this could be your person doing this as well. See, then we've got collaboration. This is like there's a willingness for both parties to cooperate and unify. Okay, so I feel like even if your person is not reacting the way that you're wanting them to, deep down inside, they do want to come together with you and work this out. Okay, all right. So the first card we're going to take a look here is the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you're both feeling stuck in your head about this situation. There's been a lot of thoughts about it. You've gone back and forth about it. You've tied yourself up in knots when it comes to this connection. There may be some things that you're not seeing, and I feel like this blindfold can represent your person's true feelings for you, because I don't feel like they told you everything. All right, that's why that affection card is coming up. You may have extended them affection and they didn't reciprocate it. Okay, Eight of Swords, please. Yeah, so this connection is happening in divine timing. We don't like to talk about divine timing, because we want things to happen when we want them to happen. That's why I laugh, because when I see the card, I'm like, oh God, here we go. But it is what it is. This is playing out the way it's supposed to play out, and you're going to come to Jesus and have your moments when it's time to, when Spirit says it's time. Okay? Eight of Swords. Okay, yeah. This person wants to come forward and be loyal, and I think they're looking for someone to be loyal to them. This is the thing. I feel like this is a situation where you've both been through it when it comes to love, where you've been in relationships where you haven't, gotten the reciprocity that you've given out. And I feel like just like you've been hurt, this person has been hurt as well. And when the two of you came together, I feel like you both were fed up with, what has happened, what has occurred in the past. All right, let me get one more card. Get a sword. Yeah. Yeah, see, but patience is going to be required. To me, this is like the divine timing card too. We had the impatient card and the patient card show up. So, we want to rush things. We want things yesterday. We ready to go, gung ho and be in a relationship and be in love and so on and so forth. But Spirit is saying that this is going to take time because you both have to evolve. Okay. All right. This next card, excuse me, is talking about what is currently going on. So we got the Two of Cups. This is talking about you and your person having a strong connection, a mutual attraction to each other, and this connection is being divinely guided. For a lot of readers, this is the twin flame card. It's not for me, but I do know that this person is your soulmate, even if they are your twin flame, because you're both from the same soul family. Okay, let's clarify. Two of Cups. Yeah. See, you want to love. You all about love, collective. You want to love unconditionally, unselfishly, with no limitations. But for someone that is logically minded, this is very difficult because they've been raised in an environment where feelings may be seen as dirty, or never let them see you sweat. Those types of things. And so, by that person growing up in that type of environment, it's going to be difficult. It's going to require an evolution for them to get to this point. Two of Cups. Yeah. See, so your person's soul searching. They're thinking a lot about what occurred between the two of you, how they feel, how you feel. And, any way they did you wrong, I feel like, they're going to have a come to Jesus moment about it. But they know that they've done you wrong. Okay. So this is a cycle that the two of you are going through. And when it comes to an end, a new one will begin, and then you'll both have choices to make. Okay. All right. So in the future, where we're headed is to the Nine of Wands. Both of you being hurt. This is the Wounded Warrior card. I feel like you both have been through a lot with these 8 wands that are behind you here, and you're still vigilant with the 9th wand. But this is about a test of faith. Okay. This is about you, I guess, putting your money where your mouth is. And if you really want this type of love, you got to go through what you have to go through in order to get it. Okay. Because nothing comes for free. Not in this lifetime, it doesn't. Okay. And so with the 9 of Wands, Spirit is telling you to persist, to not give up. If the unconditional love is what you want to be with this person, you just keep moving forward, and you'll eventually get to, where you're trying to go. Let's clarify. 9 of Wands. Okay. Yeah. So you're coming up as the warrior. Okay. You're stepping into your power. This is a sacred mix of masculine and feminine energy, strength, determination, and courage, receptivity, spirituality, and tenderness. Okay. This is about balance, about you balancing yourself out to be able to, be unconditionally loving to your person and to yourself. But it has to be yourself first. Okay. And it's about you aligning to this type of love that you're wanting to have as well. 9 of Wands. Okay, for your person, this fell out of the deck when I was shuffling it before I even came on camera. Guilt wound. So your person feels guilty about how they've treated you, about how they've handled this entire situation. Okay, this is talking about them feeling sorry, using guilt to manipulate, and being afraid to set boundaries. Okay, so they have to learn how to set their boundaries just like you have as well, because this is about learning to be in a healthy, interdependent relationship and not a codependent one. Because if the two of you were unleashed on each other right now, without all of the crazy things that are going on, you would tear each other apart. Okay, and it would also be a very codependent relationship, and we're trying to get out of these unhealthy attachments and these unhealthy patterns. Okay. All right. One more card. 9 of Wands. Yeah. See, so they're watching you. They're probably watching you online. You're watching them as well. Okay. Because by you watching this tarot card reading, that's what you're doing. All right. So the last card we have is the outcome card, and it's the death card. This is Scorpio energy. You may have these placements in your chart, or your person may have. With the death card, this is talking about a full on overhaul of this relationship. There is going to be a transformation that occurs, a change that occurs. Okay. So some things have to die out for things to begin again. Remember, I told you it's a cycle, and the cycle is about to end. And when it ends, okay, the transformation is going to occur because you're going to have a new beginning. Let's clarify. Death card, please. Yeah, this card, I saw this card too when I was death card. Yeah, there's about to be, ooh, okay. Okay, let me start with your card. So I saw this card too when I was shuffling, okay? Chasing. So it's talking about a painful and overwhelming energy of wanting to connect with your twin so badly that it consumes you, finding yourself becoming relentless in the pursuit of your twin. This is a very hard, a very difficult energy to be in. My heart goes out to you because when you're in this energy, you will do anything to want to be with your person and to get close to your person. When you're in this energy, the yearning and the longing that you feel, it has to do with you loving yourself. So that's why I always tell you to focus on yourself. This is about self-love. That is what that feeling, that gnawing feeling that you have inside of you, where you feel like, oh my God, I just love this person so much. I just got to be with them so much. It's yourself. It's your soul calling you back to yourself. So focus on the self-love. Like, for instance, you can tell yourself, how much you love yourself and that you're here for yourself. You're not going to abandon yourself. You've always got your own back. That is what this is about. Okay, people, it looks like it's something propelling you to go towards the other person, but in actuality, it's your soul calling you back to itself. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person, this could be why there's chasing, because this person may be moving. They could be moving. They could be going on off to work somewhere else. With the travel card, there's gonna be some type of distance or separation between the two of you, and this is what may put you in this chasing energy. But remember, what is for you, collective, will not pass you by. You have to remember that. Okay, always remember that you were put into this situation for a reason. This was something that you signed up for on the other side before you came down here. And you have to understand that there are going to be periods of separation, because that's an important time for you to get yourself together and for this person to get themselves together. Okay. And this is the last card. This is the one I want to tell you. Is the one I had the reaction for. Confession. So this person is wanting to come towards you and tell you how they feel. They may have to distance themselves first in order to have this come to Jesus moment where they come forward and tell you the truth. And so you have to trust in spirit. Trust in your guides and your spiritual team. Trust in yourself, and know, just as I said, that what is for you is not going to pass you by. And you have to let this person sit and simmer in whatever they're sitting and simmering in, because part of it is them feeling guilty. Okay. And feeling like they did you dirty. They did you wrong. But like I said, they haven't gone anywhere. They're still watching. It doesn't matter where they go. The internet is everywhere, and they're going to still be watching you, and they're wanting to confess. Okay. All right. Let me get one more card, and then I'll get some messages from your person. Okay. So we've got guide. So they're being guided to this outcome of them wanting to come forward and confess. All of this is being orchestrated by spirit. Okay. It sounds crazy. It sounds like woo woo or whatever, but I'm all about the woo woo. I love it. So you just have to you get on the ride and just know you can't get off until you've reached the end of the situation. Because spiritual awakenings, when you go through spiritual awakenings, it's not for just a year or for a few days or for a few weeks or a few months. It's for the rest of your life. Okay. And so this is about you aligning to this energy, and your person aligning to this energy, so the two of you can come together. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages from your person. Bottom of the deck, it says, this love is crazy. Okay. Then we've got, I can't make you happy. I feel like this person, they struggle with a lot of self-worth issues. And because of that, they have moments where they can deal with things, and then they have moments where they can't. Then we've got emotions overwhelm me. What did we just talk about, right? I told you this person is very logically based. logically based. And because of that, you know, they're really uncomfortable with what is happening. Okay. And then we've got, will this pain ever stop? All right. So like I said, it's pain on both sides. Both of you are hurting. All right. But you've got to heal what is happening. Okay. Let me do the hidden truth. So we've got, I hid who I really am from you. See, this person is wearing a mask because look, the guy is taking off a mask. Look, it's a mask of a woman, and underneath it is a man. We've got finding out the truth crushed me. I know I was a distraction from your pain. Okay. Let me get thing from spirit. Okay, so now we're going to see, look at the bottom of the deck. The deception card is like everywhere. So it says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So this person has to come clean. They have to come clean. And you have to allow the transformation to occur so that they can do that. But if you go rushing in before the transformation occurs, you're just going to get more of the same running and the same bull crap they've been doing to you. And you don't deserve that. Okay. Spirit is saying you deserve love, that you are lovable. And so is your person. And then we've got romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay. So I feel like Spirit is saying, don't shove your feelings down and try to suppress them. I understand you know, you love this person, and it's equal parts of pain and equal parts of love. But you've got to, like I said, come to Jesus, come back to yourself, focus on yourself so that you can heal the things you need to heal to move forward in this connection. Okay. And your person has to do it as well. That's why, you know, the travel, it may seem like a bad thing, but this is what your person needs. They need to be able to go off on their own, sit in their energy, sit in, you know, all of the things that they've done so that they can come towards you the way that they're supposed to. Okay. All right. I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's an email address in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.